The double barrel hunt is on. Spot the number of times the nozzle appears in an episode from start till end. Purchase 30 ringgit worth of BH petrol. Fill out the contest form, then log on to www.driven.com.my and win fabulous prizes every week. The weekly winners will have a chance of a lifetime in Sepang F1 circuit and a chance to be the grand prize winner. Log on to view all the episodes and start counting. Imagine this. You have R1 million or more to spend and you're hungry for a super luxury sports car. Now, what would you think of? We've got a new main course dinner menu waiting for you.
We have an exclusive for you right here on Driven. Allow me to introduce to you the latest member of the Porsche family, the Panamera. With a 400 horsepower 4.8-litre V8 paired with a 7-speed Pt.3 transmission, it's about to be a mouth-watering ride. So who's going to drive?
Only 1 week to settle this. 1, 2, juice! 1, 2, juice! Juice! Yeah! Sorry, Harv. Yeah! Whoa, this looks like a fighter jet. Control tower, ready ignition, engine 1, engine 2, and prepare for takeoff. Ignition commence. Yes.
Ensure that your seatbelts are securely fastened.
Well, you might be wondering, 1.8 tons approximately, how much power, how much handling can it have? Now, we're talking about the Porsche Panamera S. It comes with a 4.8-litre V8 engine, giving you approximately 400 brake horsepower and about 500 Newton meters of torque. Now, it's got 3 settings here for your suspension. You've got the Comfort, you've got the Sports, and the Sports Plus. I would suggest for you to go for Sports Plus because once you go into the Comfort mode, at about 90 it's fine, but when you're going about 140, 180, you probably feel that the car will be floating a little bit. So what I would suggest for you is to go down to the Sports mode, which is in between. You get a mix of comfort and handling at the same time. Now what we have is the wing coming up at 90 kilometers an hour, which is automatic, just to give a little bit more downforce. And let's just see what happens if I stiff the shocks up a little bit. You're going down to Sports Plus where the car slunks a little bit lower. Let's just floor this and see how this baby goes. As you can see, 500 Newton meters of torque, that's a lot to move a 1.8 ton car. Back just moved out a little bit, but nevertheless you have the traction control. And we are at Berjaya Hills. So uncle, if you think you've got a retirement plan, you have a lot of money, you may want to consider taking a Panamera S. You know why? Take your grandkids along, go up the hills, the twisties, have fun, belt them in. You never know, you know? You might find another girlfriend, you know? So, if you think Porsche, you don't want a sports car, you don't want an SUV, why not go for this option? Panamera. Check it out. So Harv, how are you feeling behind there?
Man, I should be driving, man.
Lost the bet, bro. So since you're behind, tell me, what's the experience behind like? You know, we're talking about the Panamera here.
It's quite a nice place to be in. First of all, the seats, the rear seats, they are identical to the ones in front. It hugs you and it's pretty comfy. The headroom is enough as well because on the headliner there's a curve over here, so that helps increases the head clearance. In terms of the leg room, well, it's just about enough. If you're just talking about 4 people, it's just enough.
Just enough.
It's just enough.
Okay, now you've been sitting behind. I won the bet.
Okay.
Feel like driving or not?
Of course, I've been longing for that.
If you want to drive, you know what you got to do? You gotta top up petrol in this car, man.
Yeah, and how much are we talking about?
Well, plus minus, you can just give me about 200 ringgit, it's fine. I'll keep the
200
balance.
ringgit?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
No, I'm not. Seriously.
For how long?
That's how big this tank is.
Right, thank you. Anyway, now that you've driven it, what do you think of the design?
Oh, basically, it's just a stretch 911 with a nice rear end.
That's the thing, the rear end is too big.
But the 911 has a nice rear end as well.
Although it's inspired by the 911, but don't you think they should take ideas from the Cayman instead?
I don't know, it must be a reason why. But I guess if you want to own a Panamera, it's either a love-hate relationship. You either love it or you hate it.
Well, I think you're right. By the way, I think you left your e-card over there.
All in all, this is perfect for those who have always wanted a Porsche but would never get anything with 2 doors. This is definitely it. Scoring 8 out of 10 on the driven gauge, take the wheel and be ready for some heart-pumping action.
Next week on Driven, safety has never looked this good. The search for the next F1 driver continues, and we take you to Portugal to meet the new BMW 5 Series. Tried, tested, and driven. Driven was brought to you by BH Petrol, the double performance fuel.